Hello and welcome to our latest unboxing video. I'm Eliza here at the Hatfield Public Library. I'm wearing one of our library sweatshirts. As you can see, if anybody wants some merch, they are very, very soft and they come in a lot of pretty colors, and you can even request a color maybe for a future order if you're interested. I have a box of adult books today. It's a mix of fiction and nonfiction, and there are some really big releases in there that we've been waiting for a while. But I'm going to start us out with I think this is a newer author, Sharon Short, Trouble Island. It's historical fiction, takes place in Lake Erie, about gangsters. I guess trafficking stuff, maybe. And then there's two women who live on the island full time as maids, but one of them is actually a gangster's wife who's hiding out. Oh, it says it's a locked room mystery. An ice storm cuts everybody off, and so a debut novel. Good to start off with a locked room. That's like a classic way to start. Gather the Bones by Alison Stuart. This is a romantic historical mystery, and it's got a little bit of blood there on the cover. England 1923, about a grieving widow who has questions about her husband's death in the war, and her cousin, his cousin, could tell her, but he's wounded and sounds like a bit traumatized. And then she finds a coded diary. A Grave in the Woods. Oh, you got a lot of mysteries. So this is a Bruno Chief of Police novel by Martin Walker. So this is not the first in the series, but it's one of those series that's been getting more and more popular. It's an archaeological dig in the French countryside. An American archaeologist just got divorced. They find the graves. They're trying to figure out what happened, and then the detective is, of course, involved. We have The Safekeeper, a novel by Yael van der Wouden. Just got some pears on the cover. Very nice. 1961, takes place in a Dutch province, Overijssel. And so they're still recovering from the war. Okay. So Isabel says that her life is led by routine and discipline, but it gets upended when her brother brings his graceless new girlfriend, Eva, to stay at their house. Oh, um, there's like some tension between them. Brilliantly plotted, uncommonly insured. Interesting. I really am a little intrigued. I'm not really sure what's going to happen between these two women living alone in this house. The Teller of Small Fortunes by Julie Leong. So this is like a fantasy. It's about an immigrant fortune teller traveling between villages. I think this is a fantasy world. And then a small fortune unexpectedly becomes something more. So it sounds like it ends up being a small troop of people going on an adventure together in this sort of maybe I'm sensing like a little bit of a lighter fantasy world. The Secret War of Julia Child, very intriguing title. This is by Diana R. Chambers. It is historical fiction, and I didn't know this. I'm just guessing that it's all factually correct. It says that Julia Child worked inside during the war in an espionage agency in the United States, and ended up going to South Asia and falling in love with her future husband. So that does sound like some history that warrants a novel retelling. Oh, this might be the biggest release in the box. We finally have Cher, the memoir, part one. A lot of people really excited about this, and I don't know really what to say. I mean, obviously, like Cher has quite a life story, and then yeah, this is just part one. Oh, look, there's 3 different photo sections. Yeah, I think if you're into Cher, that's it. That's all you need to know. You are going to want to look through that. We have Alison Richman, The Timekeepers. So this is a novel about two women who live in Long Island, and there's a runaway boy. Um, so it takes place in 1979, but also in war-torn Vietnam. Interesting. So it's just sort of, I guess, all these characters coming together. We have South End Syndicate by Anthony Arillotti. So this is a local book. Um, Let me see. It's a mafia memoir that takes place, I guess, in Springfield, Massachusetts. The previously untold story of a young man infatuated with the Springfield wise guys who rose from being a street criminal to becoming his city's mafia boss. Wow, so very local. A lot of stuff that I didn't know was going on. So we have The Man in Black by Elly Griffiths, popular mystery novel. This is stories. So a change of pace. We have Jenny Slate, Life Form, known for being very sort of, I think, darkly humorous. This is about essays about motherhood. How to Retire 20 Lessons for a Happy, Successful, and Wealthy Retirement by Christine Benz. So, for people who are approaching that time, it's good to be prepared. Four more books. We have Murder in the Dressing Room by Holly Stars. Very fun. I think this is the first in the series, but it looks like there's going to be a series because it says a Misty Divine Mystery. It says by day, Joe is a hotel accounts assistant, invisibly sitting behind the desk, but by night, donned in sequins, they take the stage as Misty Divine, a star of the London drag scene. But then their drag mother is found dead in the dressing room, and so they all become suspects, and they have to solve the mystery. Democracy in Retrograde by Sami Sage and Emily Amick. So this is about how to make changes big and small in our country in a time, obviously a difficult time for democracy, as suggested by the title. Sorry, got distracted there for a sec. And we have, oh my gosh, this is one of my favorite covers that I've seen recently. This is A Roman Year by Andre Aciman. And this is just an old photograph. I don't know really why, but for some reason I just really caught my eye when I saw it. So this is a memoir by the author of Call Me by Your Name, and it's about I'm not really that familiar with the author or who he is. It looks like he's written other books. He's a professor at in New York. He captures the period of his adolescence that begins with his family sets foot in Rome after being expelled from Egypt. Um, Oh, wow. So it sounds like just like interesting family history and sort of capturing, Rome at a certain period. Last book for everyone who's sick. We've been getting really, really cold temperatures here. So for everybody who is sick of it, we have How to Winter. Harness your mindset to thrive on cold, dark, or difficult days. This is by Kari Leibowitz, PhD. I feel like we've got all of them. The days here are cold, they're dark, and they're a little bit difficult. We have a blend of mindset science and original research on how to get a positive wintertime mindset. I definitely feel like there are kind of people who are like, no, I don't want a positive wintertime mindset. But I mean, if you are open to it, maybe it'll help. I have one, but that's, I think, because I like to ski. And so I just think about going skiing and then that makes me happy. But this sounds like looking at other ways to get a, again, positive wintertime mindset. So, yay, that's it. That is my whole box of books, and I will be back soon with more.